Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the tech that supports my tech. So my main tech is my iPad, my iPhone, and my MacBook. Or if I'm carrying my Windows laptop for work. This is the tech that supports all of that. And it's stuff that maybe everyone else should carry too. Not every day or every scenario, but the days that you're carrying a laptop, a tablet, or a phone, this is some of the tech that you guys really should have. There's different brands and there are multiple types of devices that are similar to what I'm going to show you. These are my favorite. This is my favorite brand. And I'll give you some other recommendations of other brands that are really good too. So yeah, let's just get into it. All right, so this is a tech bag or a tech pouch. It's made by Ugreen, and this is my favorite one. And it holds everything that I need. So if I'm going to carry my backpack, I drop this into my backpack. If I'm going to carry my sling, I drop this into my sling. If I'm going to just go out and I'm not taking my iPad or I'm not taking my MacBook, well, there's a couple things that are still in here that I'm going to pull out and put into my super small half-liter sling that I keep a few other things in. So let's just open this thing up. Now, when you open it up, it's full right now, and I'll show you what it looks like completely empty. But it's got a large side pocket, and it's got 3 small pockets, and then the opening. All right. Now, this is one thing that I bring with me every single time. And it's also made by Ugreen. You will see a trend here. This is a MagSafe battery bank. It's 5,000 milliamps. And you have the power button right here. And then there's a USB-C port here to charge it. And you can also do pass-through charging. So if you're charging your phone via MagSafe, you can plug this in and it'll charge both of them. So you just take your phone, put it on, connects, and it starts charging automatically. You don't have to press the button to get it to start to charge, which is really cool. It charges really well. I'm not quite certain what the wattage is or if it does fast charging, but I can tell you it's reliable. And it'll give you a screen here that will show you the percentage of what's left in the battery pack. And it also does like little faces and things like that. It's got a stand that you just pull down, and then you can stand your phone up. If you can see, you can stand it up. And then you can also do like the whole standby thing where basically you turn it sideways and then it'll go into standby mode, or at least it should. It's not going to do it here, but that's okay. Regardless, this is something that I bring with me everywhere, whether I'm taking my iPad or not, because I always do have my iPhone on me. All right, so a lot of this stuff is going to be power related. The other thing that I have in here is another battery bank, and this is also again by Ugreen. At the end, I'll give you some recommendations of other brands that have similar products that, in my opinion, are honestly just as good. This is my favorite one though. This is Ugreen, like I said, 20,000 milliamps. It's 165 watts. Got one USB-C port, it's got one USB-A port, and then this right here is its secret weapon and why I love it so much. Alright, so it comes with its own cable and charges via USB-C, and it provides 100 watts of charging. So you can fast charge your MacBook, your iPad, iPhone, whatever. And when you're done, just like that. And the screen will provide different sources of information. It'll tell you how much is left in the battery bank. It'll tell you how many watts are going into whatever you're charging based on what port you're using. Just a lot of really good, cool information. I did find this on Amazon. I found all these things on Amazon except for some of the cables. But again, Ugreen battery bank, power bank, 20,000 milliamps, 165 watts. And then this cable, like I said, provides 100 watts of charging. Retractable, USB-C. Love this thing. The next thing I have in here is a plug. So let's say I'm close enough to a outlet and I just want to plug in and charge my device. I don't want to use my power bank. Well, that's where this comes in. Now this thing's really cool. I like this thing a lot. Now I do have another one that has retractable prongs. These are not retractable. They're hidden underneath these tiny little feet. But I like this one the most. I think it's the coolest one. It does have 3 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port. The top 2 USB-C ports are for laptops and tablets. And then the bottom USB-C and the USB-A, those are more for like phone and tablet charging. The screen will give you, various information, things like that. And it'll also do like funny faces and stuff. So I think that's really cool. And this is a 100-watt wall charger. So you just, like that, plug it in, and you are good to go. Now, my preferred cables to charge my devices are not made by Ugreen, and there's a couple reasons why. One of them is super special, and I have not seen a cable like this on the market anywhere else. Now, I do have cables made by Ugreen, and they are honestly great cables. You can't go wrong. I just prefer these more. So the first one is a 1.5 meter USB-C, USB-C cable. It's a braided Kevlar cable. And it's just super durable, super strong, super nice. And I think you can get up to 240 watts of charging with this cable if you have a charger or whatever that's up, able to provide 240 watts or something like that. It's just a really, really solid cable. And then the other one is also made by Nomad and has the Kevlar braided cable. Also 1.5 meters, USB-C, USB-C, but provides an Apple Watch puck. And it will fast charge your Apple Watch. So this way, it's kind of like a twofer. I could plug in my laptop, I could plug in my phone, I could plug in my tablet. And then if I need to charge my watch at all, I just put my watch on here and both get charged. So it's really a win-win. Again, made by Nomad, and it's just high quality and innovative. And I really, really like it. One last cable that I do have, again by Nomad, is their charge key, or charge, I think it's charge key. It's got nylon braided here. And the magic behind this is you could actually put this on your key ring, and this way you have a USB-C cable at all times. So if you need to charge, USB-C, USB-C, and then it magnetically connects like that, and it's just really, really cool. For me, I used to carry it on my keychain, but now I've got enough stuff on my keychain that it just makes it a little too bulky, but I do just keep it right in here. So the last thing that I have in here are Thunderbolt cables. I don't use these all that often. I have them. I do carry a 4 terabyte SSD, external SSD, but my MacBook has 8 terabytes of storage. I do all of my editing, all of my real work on that. I use my iPad as really a secondary device. Mostly entertainment and just a secondary device. So my MacBook is my workhorse. So I don't really often need these cables, but if there ever comes a time when I do, then I will have them. Now I will say something that really pisses me off that Apple did. The only way to get 8 terabytes now is to get the Max chip. I've got an M2 Pro MacBook Pro with 8 terabytes of storage. I think it's going to be a long time until I upgrade because, I know I paid the Apple tax on all that storage, but it has been worth it. I don't have to carry an SSD. But the day that I do upgrade, I know that I'm going to max out the Pro chip because I don't need the max chip. And I can only get 4 terabytes of storage, so I will be carrying around a 4 terabyte, so I still have the 8. Anyway, I do have a couple of Thunderbolt cables in here, one really short one and one slightly longer. I can't stand having the cables just lie around everywhere, and honestly I can't stand having an external SSD because I want a clean area to work. I don't want cables going everywhere. If there's a cable, then it's to charge, but that's neither here nor there. So this is what this looks like empty. There's a zipper pocket here. There's this big open pocket here. There's the main opening right here. And then you have 3 kind of, well, they're not really elasticy, but they're pockets here. I normally keep my Thunderbolt cables here, and then I just put my charge cables in that open area because they just don't really fit in here, and it kind of, you know, beats on space. So look, you don't need Nomad, you don't need Ugreen. There are other brands out there that provide great cables and great charging devices. So if you're looking for something where you can get an awesome charging brick, a power bank of up to 20 to 25,000 milliamps, or a MagSafe charger, you know, power bank. Look, Ugreen makes some great products. This is not sponsored by them, but you can also get great products from Anker, Satechi, I'm not sure how you say it. Those are the main 2 that come to mind. ESR and Spigen have some devices like this. Anker obviously has every type of charging power bank device available. If I hadn't gone with Ugreen, I would have gone with Anker. They make great products. So if you need these, and these are things that I literally recommend to everybody. You don't have to have this one, you don't have to have this kind with the screen on it, but make sure you have a power bank for your laptop and tablet. Make sure you have a power bank for your phone, and always have a charging brick. And I always say, if you're gonna get a MacBook, if you have to pay extra for the 90 watt or whatever it is charger, just don't. Get the cheapest charger that comes with it. And then use that money that you save to get a charger that's like this, a GAN charger. Because with the Apple one, you get 1 port. That's it. Except for there's one that has 2 ports on it, but I think it's 70 watts or something. This is 100 and it's got 4 ports. So to me, it just doesn't, you know, get this. It's just way better. And then find some kind of nice pouch that's durable that you can just, instead of having to take out each individual item and put it in a bag, you just take this out, pop it in the bag, and you're done. You know everything's already in it. I know Orbit Key makes some really cool tech pouches. Peak Design makes some great tech pouches. There's a few other brands out there that make some really nice tech pouches. So, you know, look on Amazon, and, you know, if there's a tech pouch that you're interested in, unfortunately, I don't have all those different ones. I wish I did. So I have not been able to review them, but I have seen other YouTube channels where they have reviewed them, and they have the money and the funds and ability to buy all those bags and test them out. And I know for a fact that Orbit Key makes a great one. Peak Design makes a great one. TomTalk makes some really good ones. Alpaca makes some really good ones. So, you know, go check them out. And yeah, always have your supporting tech bag with you. Guys, hopefully you've liked this video. Hopefully you like what I'm doing. Please, I've seen a big jump in spikes in subscribers, and those that have subscribed, thank you. I really do want to grow this channel as much as possible, and I can't do it without all of you watching and subscribing and liking. So please, please subscribe. please like and please smash that bell so you get notified when I put out new videos. And guys, I will check you out on the next video. Later.